Oh, hello everyone. My name is Dar Rath and I'm the pastor at Faith Lutheran Church in Port Elgin, Ontario. And each week I bring you a story that takes about 5 minutes to watch. Some of them are funny stories, some of them are just really interesting, which is the case here. It's from a book called Interesting Stories for Curious People by Bill O'Neill. And the story is called Getting Above the Mendoza Line. The sport of baseball has come a long way since its creation more than 150 years ago in the United States. After staying with the confines of America for most of its life, the sport sprang forth into its homeland after World War II and is now the most popular sport in such countries as Japan, South Korea, Venezuela, and the Dominican Republic. It's also among the more popular sports in Mexico. Many of the non-British Caribbean countries and Australia are gaining popularity throughout Europe. Fans of baseball are attracted to the unique combination of skills, athleticism, and strategy that it requires of its players, as well as its resilience on statistics. Perhaps more than any other sport, baseball is a game of stats. Batting averages, ERA, OPS, are just some of the metrics used to determine a player's value. But what about the Mendoza Line? If you've watched any amount of baseball in the last 40 years, you've probably heard the Mendoza Line used as a stat. But the thing is, it's not an actual stat. The term Mendoza Line actually began as a joke and as a reference to a Mexican professional baseball player, Mario Mendoza's lack of batting prowess. Mendoza was a shortstop who originally played in the Mexican professional leagues before becoming what is known as a journeyman in Major League Baseball, playing from Pittsburgh Pirates, Seattle Mariners, Texas Rangers, and in the early 1980s before returning to Mexico to finish his playing career. Mendoza was known as an excellent fielder, but he was never a very good major league hitter, and he had a difficult time getting above average of 200, which is not very good in baseball. The phrase first surfaced during the 1979 Major League season when some of Mendoza's teammates told Kansas City Royals slugger, a Hall of Famer George Brett, that if he didn't turn his season around, he'd be in danger of sinking below the Mendoza Line. Baseball is a sport of practical jokes. Brett was never in any danger of a batting average below 200, but the joke caught on and it was picked up by Chris Berman. If you're an American, you're probably familiar with Chris Berman. He was an ESPN announcer and personality who brings a bit of humor to his analysis and broadcasts. In 1979, most people had not heard of Berman. In fact, most people had not heard of ESPN either. It was not a new network that year and wasn't available in most places. But Berman began using the term Mendoza Line that year, not only to refer to Mario Mendoza's lack of hitting back in the majors, but also to refer to the 200 average in general. By the mid-1980s, sports announcers all over the United States were regularly referring 200 as the Mendoza Line, and now, with baseball's increasing international popularity, it can be heard uttered in Asia, Latin America, and even Europe. Although the term began as a big joke on Mario Mendoza, it ended up having the last laugh because his career Major League Baseball average was .215. Isn't that great? I'm an avid baseball fan and hockey fan right now, but we're avid baseball fans. I can't remember anyone using that terminology yet. I don't think Buck Martinez has ever said that, but maybe. So now I'm going to listen for it and see if I can hear some of the announcers use that reference to the batting average of 200. So thanks so much for taking 5 and blessings on your day.